What is up, everybody? It's Pitch here, back again with another guide, this time on the new runecrafting minigame, Guardians of the Rift. Now, with the introduction of this new minigame, it's actually made training runecrafting far less painful, kind of like what Winterdahl did with the firemaking skill. Now, the minigame itself doesn't require any resources, any essence at all, and it's packed full of tons of useful rewards. So, getting straight into it, you can start this minigame at as low as level 10 runecrafting, but the higher level you start with, the more altars you'll be able to access, the easier the minigame will be for you. First of all, you've got to complete the quest Temple of the Eye, which can be started right here in Al-Kharid. Just click the link on the screen right now just to jump to a quick quest guide if you haven't got that done yet. And once you have that done, simply head over to the Wizard's Tower. My favourite way of getting there is the Necklace of Passage, and head down to the basement and go straight into the yellow portal. Oh, blue portal rather. Now, all that you need to take part in this minigame is a chisel and a pickaxe. Outside of that, some really useful items to have are the rune pouches. These can be obtained from the Abyssal Leeches at the Fairy Ring code ALR. NPC contact from the Lunar Spellbook, as well as a rune pouch filled with air, cosmic and astral runes can also be really useful, just to allow you to repair your pouches on the fly by talking with the Dark Wizard. Also, the Varrock plate body is really helpful for mining extra essence, and everything else that you're wearing here is entirely optional. Now, getting into the minigame itself, you want to start out by grabbing 10 uncharged cells. We'll worry about those later. Then just climb down the rubble on the east side, get ready to mine these large guardian remains. You'll start every single run like this, so get used to it. Now once the minigame begins, start mining. How much you want to mine here will actually depend on the pouches you're using, so feel free to experiment. I like to mine 170 dust before I head up, and that's just with the 3 pouches. I don't have 75 runecrafting just yet. Now once that's done, you can head back up the rubble, over to the workbench just by the entrance. This is where you'll convert all of that dust that you just mined into actual essence that we can make runes with. Now once you've got all of your pouches filled and your inventory filled with essence, head to the middle and enter whichever altar is glowing green for you. This is where the RuneLight plugin, Guardians of the Rift, helps out massively, as it does a lot of the work for you. So I'd really recommend you've got RuneLight, you've got that plugin downloaded. Now once inside the altar, use up all the essence in your bags and all the essence in your pouches, and rinse and repeat. It really is that simple. Now, there are a couple of extra things that you do need to look out for. This is what makes the minigame slightly more complex, but just try to follow along as best as you can. So every time you make runes, you will be given some energy and one of your cells will be charged. Initially, you don't need to worry about this, but once you've come out the altar, got another inventory of essence from your workbench, you will then need to deposit that energy and that cell before heading into an altar, because you won't be able to enter an altar with that stuff in your inventory. So just to do that, go to the middle, click on the big guardian to get rid of your energy. That'll deposit it into him, and click on the hole in the floor to get rid of one of your charged cells. And from then on, you'll be able to enter the altars once again. Now there is one more important mechanic to talk about. This really allows you to bump up that reward potential and experience gain, and if you master it, it can change the way you play this minigame massively. So this is the free yellow rift that will spawn periodically, and you'll be able to see it where it spawned with this RuneLight plugin as well. When you enter it, you can actually mine essence straight from the rock without having to go to the workbench. So you can get a full inventory and full pouches of essence really quickly for free with this portal. And because of the way it works, you're going to want to have an empty inventory around when it spawns, but luckily we can somewhat predict when they're going to spawn using our handy RuneLight plugin. So if you look at the time since portal, a portal will spawn sometime between the 110 and 150 second mark. It cannot spawn before then. So if you're close to that time window or within that time window, and let's say you've just come out of an altar, feel free to fill up that free time by depositing some runes over at the pool, or maybe depositing some cells or some energy just while you wait for that portal to spawn there. In terms of the way that the rewards work, you'll get points from both the elemental and the catalytic altars, I think they're called, and they come together to allow you to take your rewards from this rewards guardian here. And there are some great items you can get from this. You can get the ability to put your pouches together. You can get the outfit, the runecrafting outfit, that could even help you bypass some diary requirements. And you basically spend these abyssal pearls in this shop here. Bunch of useful items. Ring of the Elements also lets you teleport around. And honestly, this is a really useful mini game for Ironman, because it really just enhances the runecrafting skill massively. So I hope you enjoyed this quick guide on the Guardians of the Rift activity. It really does make runecrafting so much less mind-numbing. Great update for the game. Brilliant for Ironman. 3 runes, no input at all. And I wish you all the best of luck on your grind. I'm going for 77 myself for those diaries, so wish me the best of luck with that one. And I hope you all have a great day. Peace.